Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your night to join me. I really appreciate it. It is the infamous Taco Tuesday. I say it, I think, almost every Tuesday. I didn't eat any tacos today, but I'm Hispanic. I eat them like every other day. Every other day is taco day for Hispanics. I'm just saying. It just sort of works out like that. But regardless, today was an interesting day. I got to do some things that I haven't got to do in quite some time, and I was pretty excited about it. So, yesterday, I don't work Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and just work on the clock work, right? Many other things got going on during the day. But regardless, yesterday, I was able to squeeze in a bunch of stuff, and then today I'm catching up with all of the things that I left to do from last week. So that includes stocking up my eBay store. Inventory is almost at 1,000 items. So listen, 6 months ago I was talking about how it was really tough to start an eBay store and sort of my situations that I had encountered. And in fact, this channel 5 years ago originally started as a helpful resell tutorial channel where I was then attempting 5 videos in how to teach people all of what I knew 5 years ago about reselling things on the internet. So I'm 36 years old, about to be 37, and I've sold things on the internet for a long time. More than half my life is when I first sold my first item on eBay. The first item I bought on eBay was a Mace Windu action figure that was still in the box and sealed. That particular action figure was with the rest of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that I ended up selling at a shady action figure store in college to buy cigarettes. I don't condone smoking anything at all in this program, and it's just something that is a true story and sort of a testament to weak willed, unsupported young men who do dumb things so that they can get small items to make themselves feel happy in the short term. I also once sold a really valuable box of coins to my very happy go lucky pawn shop dealer who was more than elated to offer me $20 for what I now know was worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars in foreign old currency. So, yeah, I've been ripped off a lot of times in life. And one might construe that as being sort of like a loser. But my problem with people and trusting them and stuff is that, along with assuming that people have the benefit of the doubt, oftentimes that benefit is non valid as it concerns other people's intentions. But that's okay. So, I brought all of that up because it's been about 5 months and the eBay store has slowly but surely matured. And it always takes about a year and a half of relentless posting, just like anything else here on YouTube. Doesn't matter what it is in life, you gotta be consistent. I mean, you think I like staying in front of my camera for almost an hour every single day talking to y'all? That was a rhetorical question. If your answer wasn't, in fact, yes, you, my friend, were in fact wrong because this is, in fact, my favorite part of the day. But it requires a lot of energy and you have to be consistent. And I have to consistently come up with new material on an improv situational basis every single night, at least once, for the past almost 6 months. And most of those days, a good 90% of them being the 4 videos a day. So, I mean, we're all kind of very busy. But again, consistency is the key. It's the key to anything in life. If you want to be good at something, you got to practice. I understand that lots of us are born with innate abilities that, put us ahead of other people and our peers, but it also requires refinement of those innate abilities. You got to practice. If you don't practice, you'll never get anywhere. And so, trust me, I've made my life public, and I feel like this has been a really big motivator for me to, and I said this months ago, hold myself accountable, do things that I need to do, always have a sort of checklist every day that gets done. And that's what I've been trying to do. So today I was able to, I just checked my camera and I took 1,042 pictures or something today. So I woke up and I immediately started posting things on my eBay store. And that's what I did. And I did that for like 6 hours straight. Took a little nap, went back to it, and I still have an available like 800 listings or something, but I haven't been able to stock the store. And so recently, I was able to get a really good deal from a friend that and she was able to provide me with a bunch of really cool VHS tapes that I got yesterday, and now I'm just posting them. So I paid a quarter a piece for some VHS tapes yesterday. And typically when I buy a bunch or when I buy more than like $40 worth, that's what I'll do is a quarter a piece for people who are just reselling me a bunch of their tapes without me even looking at them. So it's kind of a gamble on both parts. And typically I get about $3 to $5 per every tape in gross profit. So that's always a good thing. But nonetheless, I took over 1,000 pictures today, and last night I took 200. So that's about 300 listings. You got to divide it by three or 400 listings because each listing is three pictures and takes about 30 seconds a listing if the internet's going quick enough. So I can do about two a minute. But regardless, for hours on hours today, that's what I was doing. And it's also just the second thing that I love doing the most. It is kind of boring, honestly, but once you get into it and once all of the stage work and prep is done, the organizing, carrying, I've carried tens of thousands of VHS tapes in the last decade, trust me. And my little arms get tired, and that's just the way that it goes. I fit about 65 movies in each box that I have stored, and each time I sell one, I have to go through each box to see where that particular movie is. So low overhead, low budget, getting things done, and especially now for the holiday season, well stocked eBay stores tend to do pretty well. There's Cyber Monday and Black Friday coming up, all of which are really big deals on the internet, just like Prime Day, because there is such an influx of people on the platforms buying stuff last year and the year before we were absent from the holiday rush on the eBay store. So I can't stress to y'all enough how much this is like a thing for me. I really am bent on making sure this store is stocked before November. I'm really bent on making sure this store performs well during the course of the holiday season. I know that it can. I've seen it before. I've done it before. So now it's just relearning and reteaching myself things that I've known for years now, and it's like riding a bicycle. Remember, it goes back to that practice and consistency. Takes a few seconds to get used to riding that bike again, doesn't it? But with consistency and with practice, you'd be riding wheelies in no time. So that's kind of where I stood today. I did nothing but list VHS tapes. So my mind is full of cataloged VHS titles, 80% of which I will never see, 20% of which I am just desperate to see, and every waking moment of my life, I try to watch something different, a different kind of medium, a different kind of media, some kind of background noise. I'm a huge fan of background noise. I think it helps make the day go by fast. I also like peace and quiet, but there's something about some legit background music or noise that I really enjoy. And that mostly is vintage movies from the 90s, sometimes the 80s, very rarely the 70s. I feel like society was kind of way off for all of us millennials pre 19 like 85 if we're all being realistic, but mostly I enjoy all movies, and I just like watching the acting and learning about the writing, and I just find joy in these things, kind of like cooking. I enjoy cooking, and I couldn't really tell you why. It just makes me happy, and so does watching movies. And So does making vlogs. So that's what I did today. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. This is in fact a 4 video night, so I'm going to come at you again just back to back to back to back like I normally do. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about in these next videos, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. That is in fact my job. So I hope that you guys have a lovely day. I hope that you've had a really awesome evening, and be safe out there tonight. Just because it's Taco Tuesday doesn't mean that none of the rules that we always stand by don't count. So if you're drinking and driving, make sure you have a designated driver, and make sure that designated driver has not had an ounce, a drink, and or a sip of alcohol. That'll be your best bet. You guys have a really good night, and thanks for watching my channel. Bye.